Caged Holiday of 2022 event by Colton Dennis. Hello everyone and welcome to Caged Holiday. Tonight we have great matches in store for you all here tonight, said announcer number 2. That's right. Tonight we finish up the picks. And the winners are all heading to JDW Blood Rumble. And I can't wait to see who's going where, said announcer number 1. I don't think we have to wait, said announcer number 2. That's right. Let's head to the ring for our first match, said announcer number 1. Bell ding. This match is scheduled for one fall and is a 4-woman battle royal, where the winner will be the next pick for JDW Blood Rumble. Introducing the challengers, Lights, Iconic, Coral and Melody, said announcer number 3. Bell dings. Melody goes through the bottom rope then waves at all 3 of them. I'm not stupid, but they are, said Melody. All 3 are looking at each other, nod their heads, then roll outside of the ring. Melody smiling then turns around. Both Iconic and Lights appear. Melody turns the other way then stops. Coral appears. You think we're the stupid ones? Really? Asked Coral. Wait. I'm sorry about what I said Melody. All 3 start attacking. Melody is groaning. Coral bounces Melody's head off the announce table. Melody groans. Iconic grabs Melody's head then bounces her head off the announce table. Melody groans again. Lights grabs Melody's head then bounces it off the announce table. Melody groans then kneels next to the announce table. All 3 throw Melody into the ring. Melody rolling then stops. All 3 slide into the ring. Melody slowly stands up. Iconic goes to walk. Wait, let me eliminate her, said Coral. All right, said Iconic. Coral runs at Melody. Melody pulls down the top rope. Coral goes over the top rope then lands onto the floor. Melody is leaning against the ropes, then turns around. Both Iconic and Lights kick Melody's stomach, set her up then suplex her. Melody groans. Throw her over the top, said Lights. Iconic grabs Melody's then goes to throw her over the top. Melody reverses it then throws Iconic over the top rope. Iconic lands onto the ledge of the ring. Melody punches Iconic. Iconic swaying on the ledge of the ring. Lights hits Melody's back. Melody groans. Lights whips Melody. Melody reverses it. Knees Lights' stomach then throws her into Iconic. Iconic falls off the ledge of the ring then her legs hang onto the bottom rope. Oh my god. How's Iconic holding onto the bottom rope? Asked announcer number 2. I have no idea. Lights appears on the ledge of the ring. Let's remind everyone. Lights didn't go over the top rope. Just through them, said announcer number 1. Melody punching Lights. Lights swaying on the ledge of the ring. Melody goes to punch Lights again. Lights shoulder blocks Melody's stomach. Melody groans then walks away from ropes. Lights pulls Iconic up onto the ledge of the ring. Both Iconic and Lights go through the middle ropes. Melody dropkicks Lights. Lights falls through the middle ropes then lands onto the floor. Lights is still in this, right? Asked announcer number 2. Yes, she only went through the middle ropes, said announcer number 1. Iconic punches Melody. Melody groans. Iconic whips Melody into the corner then runs at her. Melody kicks Iconic. Iconic groans. Melody jumps onto the second rope, then grabs Iconic's head. Melody's looking for and quat, sweet Melody, and quat, said announcer number 1. Lights slides into the ring then runs at Melody. Melody kicks Lights then sets up for a DDT. How's she gonna do this? asked announcer number 2. Melody jumps off the second rope. Both Iconic and Lights are holding Melody, lift her straight up, then throw her over the top rope. Melody lands onto the floor. Melody is holding her head. Both Iconic and Lights look at each other. Iconic nods her head, grabs Lights' right leg, then throws her over the top. Lights lands onto the ledge of the ring. Iconic goes to grab Lights. Lights' shoulder blocks Iconic's stomach. Iconic groans. Lights elbows Iconic. Iconic falls onto the mat. Melody grabs Lights' left leg. Lights struggling, then kicks Melody. Melody falls onto the floor. Iconic runs at Lights. Lights pulls the top rope down. Iconic goes over the top rope, then lands onto the ledge of the ring. "This is dangerous," said announcer number 1. Both Iconic and Lights are punching each other. Lights kicks Iconic's stomach, then sets her up for a powerbomb. Melody grabs Lights' left leg again. Lights struggling. Tempest runs down the ramp, then tackles Melody. Both Melody and Tempest are punching each other. Iconic knees Lights' stomach. Lights groans. Iconic looks down at the floor, smiles, then lifts Lights. Lights squirming, lands onto her feet inside of the ring, then hangs Iconic up. Iconic falls onto the ledge of the ring, then holds onto the top rope. Lights runs, bounces off the ropes on the opposite side of the ring, then dropkicks Iconic. Iconic falls onto the floor. "Bell dings. Here's your winner, Lights," said announcer number 3. Lights raises her arms, then kneels onto the mat. Tempest slides into the ring. Lights looks at Tempest. Tempest smiles, then raises her title. Lights stands up, then nods her head. "Thank you," said Lights, holding out her right hand. Tempest shakes Lights' hand, then rolls outside of the ring. Lights climbs onto the second rope, then raises her arms. "Well, congratulations to Lights," said announcer number 1. "She definitely deserves this," said announcer number 2. "Definitely." Backstage appears. "Look," said announcer number 1. James Dennis appears sitting in a chair. "Yeah, I saw. Lights will definitely be a good asset to Blood Rumble." Ann Dennis appears on the doorway. "I need to go," said James, hanging up his cell phone. "Well, James, you only have 2 spots left. And I'm wondering, who do you think will fill them?" asked Ann. "Well, that's why we're having these matches. To find out who's the best," said James. "Yeah, and I can't wait to see who fills those last 2 spots. Good luck," said Ann, starting to walk away. "Oh, by the way, Ann, you know how you chose a spot for the hood?" asked James. "Yeah, and your expression was so funny when I told you," said Ann. "Yeah, well, here's the thing. Since you chose a spot for a wrestler without notifying me first, well, I chose someone to fill in one of my spots," said James. "Yeah, and who's that?" asked Ann. "I chose a great wrestler. She goes by the name Ivory." Ann walks away. James smiling. "Good night, sister," said James. "Wow. Ivory is now part of JDW Blood Rumble. Since Ann chose the hood for ADW Hatred Slam," said announcer number 2. "After the picks are done, we're gonna have some fun," said announcer number 1. "Bell dings. This match is scheduled for 1 fall and is a no-holds-barred match, where the winner will be the last pick for JDW Blood Rumble. Introducing the challengers, Chaos and his opponent, Diablo," said announcer number 3. "Bell dings. Chaos runs at Diablo. Diablo superkicks Chaos. Chaos laying on the mat. Diablo shrugs his shoulders, then covers Chaos. 1, 2. Chaos kicks out. 2, said referee number 1. Oh, my God, Chaos just kicked out of that super kick from out of nowhere, said announcer number 2. That's impressive, but it might be over. Diablo is thinking about going for another super kick, said announcer number 1. Chaos stands up then turns around. Diablo goes for a super kick. Chaos grabs Diablo's right leg, grabs his left leg, pulls him down then does a jackknife cover. 1, 2. Diablo kicks out. 2, said referee number 1. Both Chaos and Diablo stand up, turn around then double clothesline each other. Both were going for the same thing, said announcer number 1. Chaos rolls outside of the ring. Diablo stands up, looks at Chaos, bounces off the ropes on the opposite side of the ring then does suicide dive onto Chaos. Chaos goes into the barricade then groans. Diablo grabs Chaos, sets him up for suplex then lifts him. Chaos shakes his legs then lands back onto his feet. Diablo lifts Chaos again. Chaos lands onto his feet behind Diablo, wraps his arms around his head then does a neck breaker onto the floor. Both Chaos and Diablo are groaning. Chaos slowly stands up next to the steel stairs. Diablo slowly stands up, looks at Chaos then runs at him. Chaos moves. Diablo jumps over the steel stairs, lands on his feet on the other side of them, runs, jumps onto them, then does a crossbody onto Chaos. Nice crossbody by Diablo, said announcer number 2. Diablo walks towards the steel stairs then throws the top of them off. The bottom of the steel stairs are being pulled. Diablo looks at Chaos. Chaos stands up. Diablo goes to clothesline Chaos. Chaos ducks. Diablo turns around then runs at Chaos again. Chaos does a back body drop. Diablo lands onto the bottom steel stairs then groans. Chaos is looking at Diablo, stands up then walks around the ring. Move it, said Chaos. Announcer number 3 moves. Chaos grabs a steel chair then starts walking. Diablo is still laying on the bottom steel stairs. Chaos looks at the steel chair, raises then swings it. Diablo quickly moves off the bottom of the steel stairs. The steel chair hits the bottom of the steel stairs. Chaos drops the steel chair then shakes his fingers. Diablo is crawling. Chaos approaches Diablo. Diablo rams Chaos into the ring. Chaos groans. Diablo rolls into the ring. Stands up then looks at Chaos. Chaos is slowly moving. Diablo runs, bounces off the ropes on the opposite side of the ring then goes for a suicide dive. Chaos swings a kendo stick. The kendo stick hits Diablo. Diablo lands onto the floor. Chaos is sitting against the barricade then stares at Diablo. Diablo is holding his head. Chaos stands up, picks up the kendo stick then approaches Diablo. Diablo slowly moves. Chaos swings the kendo stick. The kendo stick continuously hits Diablo. Chaos throws the kendo stick. Diablo's back appears all red. Man, look at Diablo's back, said announcer number 1. This is a dangerous match, said announcer number 2. Chaos grabs Diablo then throws him into the ring. It's over, said Chaos climbing onto the ledge of the ring then goes up the turn. Buckle. Diablo laying in the middle of the ring. Chaos gets to the top rope, smiles, stands up onto it, jumps off then goes for a leg drop. Diablo rolls out of the way. Chaos lands onto the mat then groans. Diablo slowly stands up. Chaos stands up then runs at Diablo. Diablo does a back elbow onto Chaos. Chaos groans. Diablo jumps onto the second rope. Chaos pushes Diablo's back. Diablo falls over the top rope, then bounces off the ledge of the ring. Chaos kneels against the ropes, smiles, then rolls outside of the ring. Diablo pulls himself up against the barricade. Chaos chops Diablo's chest. Diablo groans. Chaos grabs Diablo's head, then runs. Diablo reverses it, then throws Chaos into the barricade. Chaos groans. "These two are really going at each other," said announcer number 1. "It's for the final spot on the roster. I'd do the same," said announcer number 2. Diablo stands up, then looks at Chaos. Chaos is slowly moving. Diablo runs around the entire ring. "What is Diablo doing?" asked announcer number 1. Diablo runs, then dropkicks Chaos. Chaos goes into the barricade. "Dear Lord, Chaos landed awkwardly." Diablo stands up, walks towards the announce table, then clears it off. "What are you doing, Diablo?" asked announcer number 2. "Look out," said Diablo, walking, then grabs Chaos. Chaos is groaning. Diablo bounces Chaos's head off the announce table. Chaos groans. Diablo lays Chaos onto the table, then punches his head. Chaos is groaning. Diablo walks behind the bell area. Come on guys," said Diablo. The crowd is cheering. Diablo jumps onto the barricade, then does an elbow drop onto Chaos. Both Chaos and Diablo go through the announce table. The crowd is cheering. Diablo puts his left arm over Chaos. 1, 2. Chaos kicks out. 2, said referee number 1. Diablo slowly stands up. Chaos is coughing. Diablo stands up, grabs Chaos, then throws him into the ring. Chaos is rolling, then stops. Diablo slowly climbs onto the ledge of the ring, then goes up the turn. Buckle. The crowd is cheering louder. Diablo gets to the top rope, jumps off, then goes a frog splash. Chaos rolls out of the way. Diablo lands face first onto the mat, then groans. "Man, that was a great frog splash by Diablo," said announce number 1. "Definitely was. Just surprised that Chaos kicked moved out of the way," said announcer number 2. Both Chaos and Diablo are slowly standing up. Chaos turns around. Diablo superkicks Chaos. Chaos goes through the middle ropes, then lays onto the floor. Diablo looks around, then sighs. Chaos is slowly moving. Diablo rolls outside of the ring. Grabs Chaos, then throws him into it. Diablo rolls into the ring, stands up, then waves at Chaos. Chaos stands up, then turns around. Diablo goes to superkick Chaos. Chaos kicks Diablo in his testicles. Diablo groans, then falls onto the mat. Chaos is smiling, then rolls outside of the ring. The crowd is booing. "Screw you," said Chaos, grabbing the steel chair, slides into the ring, stands up, then raises it. If Chaos hits Diablo with the chair, it might be over, said announcer number 2. The crowd is cheering. Diablo stands up. Chaos raises the steel chair. Jericho jumps onto the ledge of the ring, then grabs the steel chair. Chaos turns around, then sees Jericho. No, said Chaos. Turning around. Diablo superkicks Chaos, then falls onto the mat. Jericho goes through the middle ropes, then taps Diablo's back. Come on, get up. You got this, said Jericho. Diablo slowly gets to his knees, smiles, then looks at Jericho. Jericho is smiling. Diablo stands up. Jericho swings the steel chair. The steel chair hits Diablo's head. What? Oh my God. Jericho just hit his partner with. That chair, said announcer number 1. But why? Asked announcer number 2. Jericho throws the steel chair, grabs Diablo, places his head onto the chair, goes through the middle ropes, climbs up the turnbuckle, gets to the top rope, jumps off, then does a frog splash onto Diablo's head. Diablo is shaking. Jericho rolls Diablo over, grabs Chaos's right arm, then puts it over him. 1, 2, 3. Ring the bell, said referee number 1. Bell dings. Here's your winner, Chaos, said announce number 3. Chaos slowly gets to his knees, then looks up at Jericho. Jericho looks at Chaos, helps him stand up, then raises his left arm. Why would Jericho do that to his own partner, said announcer number 2. I don't know. Well, folks, I want to thank you for watching. Be safe out there and good night, said announcer number 1. Bye-bye, said announcer number 2 waving. Both Chaos and Jericho are standing on the ramp. Diablo holds his head, then looks up at both Chaos and Jericho. The crowd is booing loudly. The end.